figure out what this deck is doing. So I believe the goal is Liliana's Contract. When it enters the battlefield, you lose 4 life and draw 4 cards. So this card seems sweet because, like, draw 4, lose 4 for 5 is, like, probably close to playable. And then it has, like, this extra text that we tack on here that could potentially be very good. So we have Arcane Adaptation. When this enters the battlefield, we choose a creature type. All creatures you control are the chosen type in addition to their other types. And then, so what else do we have? We have Chamber Sentry. There are 2 combos. You can name Zombie with Adaptation to repeatedly cast Chamber Sentry with Liliana to trigger your Reaper or Sai. How does it combo with Liliana? How do you repeatedly cast Chamber Sentry? Liliana -3. You may cast zombie cards from your graveyard this turn. Oh, that's sweet. Okay, so this on zombie with Liliana's -3 and this lets you loop it. Okay, that's sweet. And then alternatively with this, you can name Demon if you happen to have 4 out and do that. That's neat. Okay, and if you have Midnight Reaper in play with the Liliana down tick, the Chamber Sentry just draws you a bunch of cards, and then with Sai, it makes a bunch of artifacts. Okay, sweet. We've got combos and combos and combos. Okay, I missed what Liliana's -3 does. Believe it or not, I don't think I've ever read that Liliana before, and by that I mean I read it once upon a time during spoiler season, and then forgot what it was doing past that. Yeah, so this deck list is not mine. This, like many of the decks that we play on the stream, like the Grixis deck list, the Grixis Phoenix deck list originally, are viewers submitted ideas. If you're interested in finding out how I can play one of your decks on stream at some point in the future, be sure to check out my website, jeffhoagland.com, or bit.ly/Google-sellout for short. I guess just playing Sentry on 2 seems okay, right? Like, if we're playing against, like, we've been playing against a lot of mopey mid-range decks tonight, so, like, if we're playing against a more mid-rangey deck, this is probably a fine keep. And then, I think I'd rather treasure map on 2 here. What's going on, WF? Yeah, I took a nap this afternoon. I'm probably going to regret streaming super late tomorrow morning, but we'll see. I actually haven't played the list a ton without Fathom Fleet Captain, so I don't know is the answer, alcohol. So during my upkeep, I'm going to go ahead and do this. You'll note what I did there. To get a stop on my upkeep, you have to click on here, and then it gives you a stop on to go to your draw step and then to go to your main phase as well. Two different colors of mana. Play my Chamber Sentry for X's 2. I'll grab the mana from my pool. Yeah, the Pirates list is back in the queue. I think that deck's really sweet too. Had a lot of fun with it. So this gets to kill the Landwar Elves next turn, right? Midnight Reaper with Chamber Sentry is actually really sweet, right? So I'm not going to scry with this turn because I think I would like to do Midnight Reaper here. Oh, and then next turn I can actually do one of the combos, right? I've assembled it. So I have Liliana who can down tick right away, and then Chamber Sentry can kill itself and then recast a bunch to draw a bunch of cards. So like it's not a combo to win the game, but it's gonna combo and like pick up a bunch. Oh wait, I need to make it a zombie, right? I'm missing. It's a 4th card combo. It's a 4th card combo. I figured it out. We got there. Lego Arf, thank you for the 7-month resub there. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here. I think Pure Demir thinks up. I think Pure Demir is great. If you read my article this week on Cool Stuff Inc., I have a Demir control list that I like in there. So I'm going to go ahead and Chamber Sentry, kill the Landwar Elf here. This also draws me a card because of my Midnight Reaper, because my Chamber Sentry dies. Says put the top 3 cards of my library into my graveyard. One of them is a zombie. Target creature XX for the number of zombies you control. So this card just like basically has no text box. That's pretty awkward. Just like outside of when I have zombies in play, it just doesn't have text. Oh, this is a zombie. Okay, so it has some text. Okay, so this can give something -1/-1. Okay, that's good to know. I guess she lets me replay zombie or replay Midnight Reaper too. That's not nothing. Okay, okay, you have something of a text box. I take back my no text box comment. So in response to this explore trigger, oh, this is summoning sick. Derp. I was gonna say I'm gonna shoot this, but this is summoning sick. Do I want to trade this here? Let's go ahead and treasure map first, see if there's anything useful on top of my deck or not. Sure. Sigh. I guess Sigh means I'm only one card away from comboing. So, like, the upside to waiting to trade is that, I'm able to draw a card with Chamber Sentry next turn when it dies. Which, like, has some real upside to it. I think I'm gonna go ahead and Liliana's contract here. I'm at 16. Seems fine. What's going on for us, Kitty? Last card is not a land. Hopefully this is only a 3/2. That's unfortunate. They might bin this because they kind of want a 6th land for some of this, right? And like they can pick this back up with Fine Finality later. Nope, just did it twice. I'm gonna go ahead and scry on my upkeep here. This costs mana to activate. This isn't Hangerback Walker or Walking Ballista. This is like a balanced Walking Ballista. This is like Walking Ballista once they know what they're doing. Are they bin the Chupacabra the second time? That's really good for me. I don't have the combo. I need the enchantment to play the combo. I mean, the Chromatic Lantern like also has an effect with Psy, and it can like kind of help you ramp. Like our deck's kind of mana hungry. Okay, so they're choosing to clean the board out here. I guess I'm gonna scry, right? Because I'm like, I just like one card away from like making a bunch of Thopters here. I think I'm gonna go as low as 4. I don't have enough mana to do everything this turn, right? This is 10 altogether. They're gonna Izoni next turn. And actually, I can Arcane Adaptation here, and then like make a Chamber Sentry this turn. So I'm gonna name Zombie, right? I name Zombie. And I think I can plus her. Oh, if I would have left the Midnight Reaper on top, that would have drained them. Yeah, they Izoni, but we go Infinite next turn. So like we down tick Liliana so we can cast zombies, then we play Psy, and then we play Chamber Sentry a bunch. Oh my god. Wow, punished. Alright, should have held the adaptation. Yep. I deserve that.
You won't be needing that.
See if we can get lucky and find another adaptation. Whoop! Don't want to play that one. So I guess if I plus her and I hit a Midnight Reaper, I could. Oh, just any creature, right? Because all of my creatures count for that.
Flexibility.
I guess I could have down ticked her and cast all these Chamber Sentries. Maybe that was worthwhile. Did I just mill over my other two Arcane Adaptations? Oh, there's still one in my deck. Alright, I guess we just pass. Yeah, I think I just pass. Gives me 2 chances to draw my last Arcane Adaptation next turn. No, but the treasures give me an extra draw with the treasure codes next turn, which is how I actually win the game. I can't play the Sentry, chat. They're not zombies. These are popped up here right now because I could pay 5 colors of mana with the treasure counters to bring them back to my hand. Oh, so I could also draw. Yeah, that's true. I didn't play the Psy out this turn because I didn't want it to die to the Vraska. I only have 1 more in my deck, so pretty unlikely to draw it. If I would have sequenced better here, I would have been in a much better spot, obviously. No, I don't think that trade's good for us. Like, I'm not, even if I trade with, like, if I trade with the Vraska, how do I beat the Izoni, right? I just need to play this out as a blocker and hope I don't mill my last thing out. Alright, I didn't hit the last adaptation, so I can still draw adaptation next turn then, right? The Deckmaster overlay currently only supports Windows, so maybe at some point I'll buy another hard drive and install Windows, but not today. Oh yeah, we're just into that. The Pirates having Menace was irrelevant. I was gonna block the 3/2 here. So we're dead. That's unfortunate. I missed sequence to expose my enchantment to the Vraska. We would have been able to combo them if I would have not played out the adaptation. Like, they were fortunate to draw the Vraska, but I definitely like sequenced in a way that allowed them to be fortunate. I definitely want Disdainful Stroke. It's one of the better cards in a matchup like this. Why are there Citrus Suppliers in my deck? Like, does this card, like, accomplish anything useful? I guess it, like, digs to Chamber Sentry, but that doesn't seem particularly good. I think a lot of what this deck is doing is pretty sweet, but I'm not sure that Citrus Supply really makes a whole lot of sense to me. What is being a zombie do? It'd be it's the only card I really feel like looking at this deck list. It's kind of sweet and has a lot of neat moving parts, but like looking at this card, I'm just like, why is this in my deck? I think people are so used to Citrus Supplier being like really, really good in the busted graveyard decks in Modern that they're like trying to put it into these graveyard decks in Standard, and just like the payoffs in Standard are just so much worse than the payoffs in Modern. Yeah, I think like the supplier could just be like more removal. I think that's not an unreasonable suggestion. We draw a third land, we get to like play this and like guess up. Why is Poisoner in the list? Poisoner is an answer to Carnage Tyrant. It also just like trades in combat cleanly. I really like Direfleet Poisoner. Actually, it's one of the cards I've been really impressed with in Blue-Black Pirates in general. I think it's a card that should probably be in more Blue-Black sideboards. It's a flash threat with Death Touch. You know what? I wonder if we just want a cantrip Civilized Scholar. Can I just like play Discovery? So like Discovery is a card that can like put stuff into the bin on occasion for us too. Seems more than reasonable. No, it's really not boring. A lot of the decks that play Carnage Tyrant have a bunch of other creatures in them. So like, yeah, when Carnage Tyrant's on an empty board, the 3/2 that makes them sacrifice is like a better answer. But like in one of the many situations where Carnage Tyrant is not played on an empty board, it's much, much worse. I'm just supposed to play this. So I hope they don't have a Doom Blade. Yeah, exactly. Like someone earlier asked, like, why are we playing this instead of like locking ourselves into a constructed event? And there's like having the flexibility to change what we're doing in between games has been very, very good. Feels like we're kind of dead here. I don't really know that I have good draws at the moment. My dice, these Lilianas are kind of awkward. What am I drawing to? It's not either of these cards. Like they're just like pressuring my health total a bunch here. It's possible I should have just contempted this 4/3 this turn. It's 2 a.m. cornfield time, chat. I am not Eastern time zone. Thank you very much. Well, I mean, that's a 5/5. Does the auto tapper work with this one? Look at, wait, what? All right, today we learned the auto tapper doesn't work with that one. Got it. All right, let's make the change. The more you know, chat. The more you know. All right, Discovery sounds great. I think the rest of this seems fine at a glance. How long have I been live for? 6 hours? I can always tell when I've been live for a while because I ate before I started streaming. I'm getting hungry again. Update the old stream decker here. Just like have casually twice as many viewers than we were playing Modern earlier tonight. Rip Modern. Lantern enables all the text on Sentry. Man, just mono green black tonight. That was one of the many reasons why Modern was a bad idea to stream earlier tonight. Modern in general, all of my Modern streams this week, even during my normal time slots when I'm not streaming against anybody else that I'm not normally streaming against, the Modern's just like not been popular. The standard format's great. Yeah, I think more people watch Arena is also true. Like when you're streaming Arena, you get to pick up the people that are coming in from other games. So Sai gets to block here, which is nice. Just the old horn turtle go. Oh. Yeah, the Todd Stevens green-white with 4 main deck Torpor Orb creature seemed pretty good against like what the opponent's doing. Yeah, we're gonna get to make Thopters off of the Chromatic Lantern here, which is sweet if they don't kill this. And I assume this isn't dying since they, that's good clean synergy. They bin 2 off of that and then pick them back up. Ooh, and I got a cast down here too. And they missed a land drop here, right? Is it greedy to just cast down? I think I'm just gonna cast down this elf. I think they missed a land drop. Oh, come on, Master Jareth. I don't have a lot of things going for me, but at least give me high charisma. It's my one stat I've dumped all my points into. Don't tell me I don't have high charisma. That's all I've got going for me. I think I just contract here. I guess I could pick the Chamber Sentry back up. I kind of want to contract though, right? Like I'm only adaptation away from comboing them. This hurts my health total a little bit. Oh, that sucks. That's really unfortunate. I think we're dead. Kinda, like maybe Ritual Soot would be okay. I don't know. Soot's like not even particularly good against what the opponent's deck is doing. Everywhere but Twitter. I think I present myself well on Twitter. I think a lot of the people that are upset with the things that I post on Twitter are just like assuming ill intent on actually everything I post, and like you're not going to get through to those people. I learned early in life that you shouldn't try to please everybody. Trying to please everyone is a great recipe for like making yourself very upset. Risk factor is very, very good. I don't know, is Soot even that good against green-black? Like, it cleans out some of their stuff, but not all of it. Like, what am I doing here? I'm actually just gonna trim these Liliana's contracts. They've been a little bit clunky, and they've hurt our health total a lot. I feel like I probably have enough other stuff with the other combo that we have going on. I don't think I want the extra Contempts. Like, what cards do you want to trim? That's the problem with, like, playing combo style decks like this, is, like, what do we trim? Because anything I want to trim, like, dilutes what we're trying to execute is, like, our actual game plan. Yeah, but, like, we weren't a couple of turns from doing something, right? Or like more than a couple of turns away from doing something. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and play this Chamber Sentry on one, because eventually it's going to trade with Midnight Reaper in play and like draws a card. Card's an interesting idea. It like does kind of play into our... It kind of plays into our idea that we plays into the artifact sub-theme that we have going on with Sai. gross. Okay, sweet. Give you the business. What is Dream Eater? What does Dream Eater do? And I don't mean tell me Dream Eater's text box, so I know what Dream Eater's text box does. What I mean is what problem do we have that Dream Eater is solving? Like why is that card worth playing? Like putting like this giant clunky 6 mana card in my deck doesn't sound like something that's particularly useful to me. If they offer it here, I'm going to trade the Chamber Sentry for the Merfolk Branchwalker because it draws us a card. Nope, no trades. Yeah, Dream Eater's the 4/3 with Flash for 6. I assume this is killing my Midnight Reaper.
I lead the Golgari now. Step aside.
Really? Okay, deal. That is absurdly good for us. So I'm gonna go ahead and, well, that's actually great. So I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna go ahead and have this shoot this for 1 and draw 2 cards. If they want to trade these here and I draw 2 cards, I think I'm fine with that because I'm still missing a land drop so far. That is incredibly unfortunate. I could have forced this trade here, but I could have forced double attacked into here, but I think that's like fine. I kind of wanted them to like trade. So like if I attack both into here, they don't trade with either of them because like the Vraska's guaranteed dead. And I kind of wanted them to trade with one of them so I could potentially hit a land drop this turn. It doesn't really buy you time. Like saying a 6 mana card buys you time is like super misunderstanding of like how you're buying time in a game of Magic, right? Like once you've gotten to 6 mana, your time has been bought. Like cards that buy you time are cards that are like cheap and efficient. Like cards that come down that late in the game aren't buying you time. Like the game is, your time's been bought at that point. All right, so I need to take the Vraska off the table. What's going on, Diva? I'm not quite sure what I want to do here. So I could... Second Midnight, shoot the Reaper, draw 2 cards. Yeah, I don't hate that. I guess that's fine. Just like I'm trying to think like, do I want to rush to comboing or do I want to like play a longer value game here? I feel like with the Midnight Reapers, I have the tools to like be a little value oriented, right? Like I'm not like, they don't have me under any pressures. Like I'm not in a rush to like get going here. Yeah, I guess I just really disagree with your assessment, Drew. I think like the idea that like a 6 mana card that like unsummons something is like gonna help you stall the game is just like patently incorrect. Just couldn't be further from the truth. Vivian Reed. So next turn will probably be Liliana plus hold up Disdainful Stroke, and then the following turn I can combo. I get to do this, and then I actually get to Liliana. Probably plus here.
I do what needs to be done. I have a deliciously morbid idea.
Go ahead and pass the turn here. they trophy me. If they have Assassin's Trophy, they can interact with our combo at instant speed, which kind of sucks. I really don't care about this, right? Right? Do I care about this? I actually think the Golgari deck is a... Are they ghosting? Like, they don't actually know that we're gonna combo them next turn unless they're ghosting, right? And like, if they were just bored waiting for me, they should concede the match, right? I don't know. Do I want more spot removal on the draw? I kind of feel like they've got Midnight Reapers in their deck too. I kind of feel like I wouldn't mind some Moment of Cravings getting in my deck. I don't know if I want them like over Vraska's Contempt or maybe in addition to. Well, I mean, like, if they're impatient, they should probably concede the match, right? Like, if they're annoyed that I'm playing slowly, like, they should concede the match. But, like, just conceding the game, like, when they're, like, there's no way they could know that they're dead. Seems weird to me. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna bring in a couple of pieces of 2-mana removal. I'm gonna trim a Lantern and a 5-drop here. I think Dream Eater is a bad card. I didn't say Dream Eater was a bad card. I think it's probably fine in like a control deck, but I think like the role you're thinking that card serves like isn't the role that it serves. Like a 6-mana card doesn't slow you down from dying, basically. I think I'm gonna keep this. The Lantern makes my mana work. I guess they could like kill my Lantern and then I'm very sad. Let's draw Blacksaurs. These more aggressive builds of green-black seem a lot better. People are moping around a little bit, and these builds that have, like, Landmore Elves and a lot more creatures in them, like, the opponent's build has Midnight Reaper even in it, have seemed a lot more impressive. There is a concede match option. Oh, you can concede the match when you're in the second screen. As a bad Doomblade. I have successfully Doombladed your Divination. Take a draw. Definitely want to get this going rather than Chromatic Lantern this turn. Okay, so they can turn their elves into cantrips here. Midnight Reaper is very, very good. This card was really impressive when we played it in mid-range decks. The green-black deck we were going to play tonight actually was similar to what the opponent's playing right now. I was pretty pleased with that. So I'm going to play this out. Do I want to play Chamber Sentry for 2 here, or do I want to cast this down? I think I want to just play Chamber Sentry for 2. Contempt's really good here. Gets rid of my thing and doesn't let me draw a card. In fact, the line's probably going to be Contempt their thing next turn. Interesting. So yeah, I think the line is just do this. I guess I could like pick this back up. This returns it to my hand. God, that's really slow. Probably don't have time to do that at the moment. Yeah, I could shoot the elf, but like, is the elf really doing anything at the moment? It's not, right? Just like, it's like their 6th mana or their 7th mana. It's like, doesn't seem particularly relevant. I'm gonna leave, I'm not gonna attack with this because the 2 points of damage is pretty irrelevant. And if my opponent does something like play a Jade Light Ranger this turn, I'd like to kill it in response to the Explorer trigger. How do you suggest facing against Teferi Control decks game 1 as the Explorer? No, you're probably just supposed to like ship things in there.
I've seen things that would
Especially before you have access to Duress, you're probably just supposed to shove, shove, shove. The Teferi decks on average tend to be good against your deck. Game 1 especially. Immortal Sun stops our combo from working, so that's probably not a good conclusion for us. Alright, so... I could Psy plus cast down this turn. Or Midnight Reaper plus cast down this turn is what I meant. I could also Psy plus cast down, but I could Midnight Reaper plus cast down. I haven't played the Rakdos Burn deck, so I don't really have an opinion on it. I think I want to just do this. I'm going to shift the Chamber Sentry into the Vivian here. I like pressuring their Planeswalker a little bit here. The Lich's Mastery deck? Yeah, we have that, there's a video of that one up on my YouTube channel, Drevik. I've seen a lot of, I think the green-black deck that I pulled that was a 5-0 list that I was going to play today, if we had time, actually has, like, Carnage Tyrants in the main deck. I think asking me to randomly speculate on something that I have no way to prove with data is pointless. I haven't played much Standard on Magic Online, so... Probably gonna kill their Midnight Reaper here. The Phoenix deck felt a little bit medium. I did a wrap up on it as always, so if you want to watch the whole thing, obviously you can, and if you don't want to watch the whole thing, you can check the wrap up segment for sure. Alright, so I think I just Chamber Sentry for 5 here. No, I don't play in tournaments on Magic Online. Just a waste of time. I have no desire to qualify for large Magic tournaments. Anytime I'm going to spend the day playing Magic, I'd much rather just do it on stream. Far more profitable to just go to work and work while streaming than it is to show up and play Magic Online tournament. I don't think I want to trade here. I think I want to just leave Midnight Reaper in play. Cause like I could attack this, but then I'm just like trading Midnight Reaper for Ravenous Chupacabra. That doesn't seem like a particularly profitable trade for me. This is Finality, right? So I'm gonna block here. And then Finality doesn't kill Chamber Sentry. Because if I block here, this is a free block, right? So this is one of the things that comes into Magic, like reading into what your opponent could be playing. Oh, they can kill an artifact with that. That's pretty good. That does stop the Vivian from ticking up this turn, though, which is nice. Yeah, screams Finality. So we've kept the Vivian off of vaulting, and we got to draw a card there, so that seems fine for us. If they want to use the Find half of Find Finality, they like don't have anything too great in here. I guess getting Midnight Reaper back's a little bit annoying, but we're still in an okay spot past that. We are a copy of the enchantment away from comboing them, which is nice. Yep, sweet. Look at that. Sick reads. The split cards in this set are very well designed. Just like both halves have very reasonable text boxes on them. Alright, so I think I'm going to lead on Discovery here. Another Midnight Reaper's not bad. Do I want an extra land? I don't think so. Yeah, I probably do. And this trade's great because it lets me play a land this turn. I guess they draw a card too, but I draw 2 cards.
Feel the wrath of Scala.
You got it. Chromatic Lantern down. They might just like play Vraska, shoot my Midnight Reaper, and like pressure us here. Like shooting the Midnight Reaper puts me to 10, and they attack for 5, putting me to 5. And I'm kind of in a bad spot. And, like they have 9 mana, so they can like do this, shoot the Midnight Reaper, and then like play Jade Light Ranger as well. Pirate, okay, sure. My poor Bulbs. If they offer the Midnight Reaper trade here, I think I'm gonna take it. No trades, alright. Huh. Can I sneak in a win here? Can I sneak in? I don't think so. So I want the land. Oh, I can't plus her because I want the card that's on top of my deck. That's awkward. I think we come up a little half a second short here. Do I have a deck that I've really enjoyed in this deck that I've played? Yeah, Blue-Black Pirates is my favorite deck in the current format. I really like that deck a lot. And then we are exactly dead here, right? Because like they kill the Midnight Reaper, it kills us, and they hit us for 10.
Death is cheap.
That's a blue check. Gosh, we're all the way down to silver 4, chat. Just shredding our rank, our super valuable MTG Arena rank. Do I want some more Doom Blades in this deck? Do I need some more interaction? We definitely don't have a ton of Doom Blades. There's supposed to be some sweepers on our sideboard. As far as I can tell, the rank doesn't mean anything at the moment. I'm gonna cut these Eldest Reborns and put in some ritual sots. So when we play green-black again here in a half a second, because that's all we've played against today is green-black, we can have some sweepers. No, the CMC of an X creature is always 0 when it's in play. The CMC is 5 when it's on the stack. Tanda stuff. The CMC of Find Finality when it's in your hand or discard pile is 8. When it's on the stack, its converted mana cost is whichever half has been cast. Split cards are weird. Split cards have weird asterisks next to like how they work. We've also lost like almost every die roll tonight. Holy crap! I don't... Do you think they put an island in their blue-black deck? Why would they put an island in their blue-black deck? Does anybody know? Any estimations for why they could have potentially put an island in their blue-black deck? An op 2. That's an interesting splash. Yeah, it could be Drakes, could be Jesaki, it could be blue-white, could be Sultai. Nervous tick. Nobody panic. We've fallen down to the silver tier 4 and immediately don't play against green black. God bless. God bless us, everyone. Golgari splashing blue for Teferi. Time to go derank a bunch, yep. You can find a Pirates deck list both on my Twitter and on my YouTube channel. We played it a couple of times on stream. It's also in my article for this week on coolstuffinc.com. Lots of great ways to find my deck lists. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, this interface. This is a lot of work to get 5 colors, chat. I don't know that casting this Chamber Sentry is worth how many clicks I'm about to do. It's just like gonna get counterspelled too. Like, do you see how much work I just did to cast this Chamber Sentry just to get it ionized? Yeah, Karn's an interesting idea for this deck. I don't know. Like, the problem with Karn is that, like, this deck just, like, already has infinite 4 or 5 mana do things in it. Do you have an updated list for the green-black rock deck? Are you talking about for standard? If so, not really. You should just, like, look at one of the various standard decks that, like, done well in lots of different Moto tournaments and stuff like that. Was that 22 clicks? It was 1, 2, 3... Holy crap, that was like 20 clicks, wasn't it? Yeah, the wheel should come up by default there, 10 out of 10. That is a reasonable piece of feedback. Yeah, the standard list from the queue minimal effort is just, I just pulled a Moto 5.0 list that looked good. I like went through the list of the one Moto 5.0 list, and I like found a list that had Midnight Reaper and Landmore Elves in it. I think elves are worth playing. They seem pretty reasonably powerful. So next card is Chamber Sentry. So this thing flips here soon. I'm gonna go ahead and just cast this. I'm gonna go ahead and cast this for just 4 here, because I would like to flip the treasure map this turn, I think. Yeah, if they could auto-implement max colors, that would definitely be ideal. I fear if they don't put modern in this, the format could end up dying. What do you mean, Diva? Revitalize? What are they doing that revitalizes in their deck? The idea that it's trivial to like add 25 years worth of magic cards to Arena is just like so absurd to me. That's interesting. Hadn't seen that in standard deck list recently. I'm gonna do this. This isn't legendary in the back. It's not, right? So I'm just gonna do this and like play another treasure map, I think, here. I probably should have gotten a swamp there, right? In case they tuck my Chromatic Lantern at some point. Because I already have 3 islands. Probably pretty marginal either way. Yeah, I think tournaments on Arena would be great. Hopefully the future of competitive Magic are tournaments on a client like this. Just like eliminate all ability for people to scum people. Crackling Drake. Okay. So if I cast this down now, I would have to use a treasure to activate my treasure map. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and let this resolve and then cast this down next turn. Yeah, I agree, Bob. Honestly, what I think is more likely is that we'll probably see a new non-rotating format pop up, and that one will just be pretty popular just because it's supported on Arena and everywhere else. You'll still have diehards that want to play Magic Online for like Legacy, Modern, and Cube, but like most people will be playing over here. So I have 5 to pick this back up. I guess I could just play this one out of my hand. Yes, I'm just gonna play the one out of my hand here. Wait, what? Why is the Watery Grave interface different from the Drowned Catacomb interface? Why is the Watery Grave interface different from the Drowned Catacomb interface? All right, tonight on Programming with Watsy. The Shockland interface is much better. Less clicks for the same thing is better. Though never forget, chat, that the more things change, sometimes the more they stay the same. So, technically correct and a worse user experience is bad software. That's just like the TLDR. I don't care if it's technically correct for Drowned Catacomb to have a different interface than that. It's bad software for them to be different and for Drowned Catacomb to have more clicks to require what it's doing. I think, chat, you are 100% correct. That's because this is an island swamp, and this has tap, add blue or black to your mana pool. But it's nonsense that there are different interfaces on Magic Arena. So I just like go ahead and shoot the Drake here. The real question is, if I shoot Drake, will Josh be okay? That's the question. That's the question we have to ask ourselves here. So if I could shoot this for 4 and still play Liliana this turn. I really just like don't want this match to end though, because like if this match ends, we have to play green black again afterwards. And green black's been stopping on our fun. Yeah, I think that would be a good shortcut to BTK. If a permanent only has mana abilities, it should just automatically pop up a wheel with whatever colors that permanent can make. I think that was a reading timeout.
I'm respected.
I think I've cracked 5 or 6 vaults at this point. I've given Watsy almost $1,000 of their own money back. I've almost given Wizards of the Coast as much money as they paid me. We're getting close. We're getting close. At some point, we will cross the line where I've given Wizards more money than they've paid me, and then I'll be sad. But for the time being, I am still ahead. Yeah, I think that's probably reasonable, Rado. I'm just gonna do this now. Instead of waiting. Maybe we just make the deck a little bit more interactive instead of the lanterns being cutesy. I think I agree with that assessment. And for the record, there's nothing wrong with giving Wizards of the Coast money. At some point, I'm going to have paid them more than they paid me to play Arena, and that's okay. Arena is fun. I am enjoying the time I spent playing Arena. And the $1,000 they give in Wizards of the Coast, that's less money than I spent on Hearthstone this year, so you know, we got that going for us too. I might actually just, like, use this treasure map at their end step here, like, use a treasure to activate this, because, like, this game is probably going to end before I can do all this anyways. So, I'm gonna do this now, cracking a treasure. Yeah, Civilized Scholar offered to do a cut the line donation, and I accepted their $100. So, we are playing this match, maybe one more with this deck before we're done. Look at all of our treasure. Stream Decker on mobile often does not work. Well, that's the great thing, Filth. It can be a $0 video game. It can be a $25 video game. It's like a choose your own adventure book. You're allowed to dictate. You're allowed to dictate what Arena is worth to you and what you want to spend on it. And I can't tell you you're right or wrong, and other people can't tell you you're right or wrong. Whatever amount of money it's worth to you, that's what you should spend on it. Do I stream Hearthstone? I tried to stream Hearthstone a little bit earlier this year. I just, like, got kind of bored with Hearthstone as a game, and streaming it wasn't particularly popular. So, like, when I got bored with it as a game, I stopped streaming it because I just didn't have viewers. Yeah, Arena. This is also my job. Streaming Arena pays for my mortgage, so it's literally a business expense for me to give Wizards of the Coast $1,000. Yeah, this game definitely has a lot more depth, especially in terms of deck building, than Hearthstone does. Am I going to play Artifact? I don't know. I think there's a lot of things about Artifact that leave me with a lot of questions. The fact that they're on Valve time and, like, missed their release deadline for their beta is, like, also really, like, I guess it's predictable at this point. I'm honestly, like, people are talking about, like, Artifact having a secondary market like it's a good thing. As someone who's, like, played Magic Online and, like, played Paper Magic, secondary markets in card games kind of suck. Like, I don't know if the CCG system is perfect either, but there's a lot of bad things that go into the secondary market.
Typical.
Come at me, MTG Finance Cartel. Are we ever beating that? I feel like we're never beating that. I think it's funny that you think supply is really limited in paper. The supply is limited in paper by design. TCGs create what's called artificial scarcity because they want their things to feel more valuable than they are. We could actually win the game here, right? If I find the enchantment here, we could combo them. Think I have enough mana to do that? If I find the enchantment here, can I combo them? I've got 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. God, do I just, like, double ditch and, like, try and find the enchantment and, like, make infinite Thopters? Yeah, YOLO. Tilt. That kind of sucks. Alright, I guess I picked this back up, and then I replay it as a 5/5. This interface... another upside to cutting Chromatic Lantern. I will never have to use this interface again on these lands. Definitely be upside. How do I stop? How do I stop? Oh, that's just good clean interfacing right there. Z is the undo. Pay more than cancel. Got it? We did. Alright. I'm gonna cut the lanterns during sideboarding to see how that feels. I think I have enough interaction to bring in here anyways. So I've got Negates and Strokes and Duresses to bring in. I probably don't mind Vraska's Contempt too, honestly. So that's 64 cards, so what do I want to cut here? Your sentries are worse without the lanterns, but as that game kind of illustrated, our sentries with the lanterns aren't exactly good enough to win the game, right? Alright, let's try this. This is probably going to be our last one. Believe it or not, I think our 4-card combo might have a few too many moving pieces involved in it to be truly competitive. So, like, the sentries are part of executing the 4-card. So we actually haven't done it tonight in 3 or 4 matches, but there's actually an infinite combo in this deck that we're trying to execute, and it involves sentry in that combo. But so we've been like 1 card off in like probably 3 or 4 times at this point. We've been like, and we had one point where we had the combo assembled and I played out the enchantment the turn before I needed to, and then my opponent drew Vivian and killed it. In. There's a Planeswalker that's a black card. Mausoleum Secrets requires a bunch of creatures in your graveyard. So, like, adding more deck building requirements to our deck that, like, already has all these silly deck building requirements probably not going to be very good. Oh, yeah, you're right. There's the Lich's match, the card that Lich's match replays, right? It, like, grabs cards from your sideboard, too. Let's push a couple things. Maybe we'll play one more after this. Let's push a couple things around and, like, maybe try out that tutor card and see how it feels. Act with a Shade, yeah. We can maybe, like, trim, like, some of these Doof Whisperers at the top. Seal away. He doesn't want to be sealed away. He wants to be free. think trimming the Chromatic Lanterns is probably not unreasonable. We play a couple of Masterminds acquisitions, we could like fetch Ritualisted out of the sideboard too, game one. It's like not bad, .jpg. We could like play less copies of the enchantment that's bad, but we need it to combo, right? I'm not gonna attack with the Sai here because I'm not gonna attack into another Seal Away. Rude. They do not have a published. Actually, just want both of those, huh? They do not have a published official release date, and there will not be another server wipe. So the cards that you pay for now, you will have permanently. And even when they did a wipe before from closed beta into open beta, they gave you back all of the money that you'd actually put into the game. I mean, the point of this deck isn't to be good, Lost Lurgoyf. We're just, like, trying to actually assemble what the deck is trying to do. And, like, the current issue is that, like, we haven't been able to assemble it. So, like, the idea is, like, add the tutor for some consistency and then, like, add in some spot removal so we could maybe, like, actually not die before we get to the combo. It'd probably be ideal. Deal. I'm not going to play this out because I would prefer to hold this Disdainful Stroke this turn. And if I play this out, I'm only going to have 1 mana left over, so I don't want to do that. That's my job, minimum effort. When I feel like, so that's one of the reasons why I don't generally do 24-hour streams, but I'll do like, well, that, ain't that a bag of dicks. But I'll do like 12-hour streams or 18-hour streams sometimes because I know I can't maintain my energy level through a 24-hour stream and the content just gets bad towards the end. And like my job here is making good content, so I want to make sure I can do that. So I'm gonna have 6 lands. I guess I'm gonna get back the Midnight Reaper here off the Memorial to Folly and probably just like jam double Reaper next turn. Maybe I just want to leave the Stroke up. I don't know. Like, if they counterspell this, and, like, I play this, that gives them window to stick Teferi, but if they stick Teferi, I, like, have 2 creatures in play. Like, there's merit to leaving up Disdainful Stroke here, too, but at the same time, like, getting my Midnight Reaper into play guaranteed underneath the counterspell is, like, also valuable. And, like, if their biggest, scariest thing is a Teferi or, like, a Ral that they can play in here, and, like, I have these creatures in play, I'm, like, kind of okay there. I'm just gonna go ahead and pass here. They could have like Essence Scatter or a Disdainful Stroke of their own to counter our Doom Whisperer here, so really don't want to play into that. This is pretty easy Stroker thing. Hey, 3Q15WY, thank you for the brand new Prime support. I've been really bad about plugins. My energy level's been okay, but I've been lazy about plugins. We've gone late. I'm sure we've got a bunch of people that haven't been here before, especially since it's one of my normal stream slots. My name's Jeff Hoagland. I stream Magic full-time here on Twitch. I'm here 30, 40, 50, 60 hours a week. We play a lot of Magic on this channel. If you're enjoying my content that you're having here tonight, make sure you hit the follow button. Following the stream doesn't cost you anything. It lets you know when I go live and with what. Past following, if you really want to keep me here, please consider subscribing to my channel. My subscribers, like 3Q15WY there, they're the people that keep me employed. They're the reason that I'm able to do this full-time like a job. I wouldn't be here day in and day out without their wonderful support. Yeah, I think a 2-mana cantrip is a good place to have a cantrip at, honestly, Jackal Girl. Yeah, Discovery is a really sweet and powerful card. We're explosioning my Midnight Reaper. Good night, sweet prince. Yeah, I'm doing, the arena content's really been well received, so I'm gonna be doing arena, I don't know, 15-20 hours a week, and honestly this week I might even lean into doing a little bit more arena than I have been, because the arena streams have just been a lot more successful than the Moto streams of late, in terms of like raw viewer count. Let's start with a Duress and take a peek at what they have going on up here. I do have the Disdainful Stroke. So, look at that. Look at that. We got a win, and our first win wasn't even on the back of being a combo deck. It was on the back of being just a bad tempo deck. Womp womp. Would we have denied them the draw if we attempted? We would not, Lost Their Grave. So Expansion Explosion actually targets the player for the draw effect as well. So it's a card that has 2 targets. And I wouldn't be surprised if they explicitly templated the card in that way to avoid people killing their thing in response to Explosion killing it. I actually don't have any idea for that, Jekyll Girl. We actually played the Grixis Phoenix deck again tonight, and we kind of got beat up by green-black aggro. My conclusion at the end of the video was that we could try a few different things, but I honestly wasn't sure what to do about it. Yeah, honestly, like, even as someone, like, I've played Magic for, you know, almost 20 years now, and I've played, like 15, 16 years, and I stream Magic as a full-time job, and, like, when I'm looking to watch standard content, like, I was looking to watch a Magic stream the other night while I was doing the dishes, and, I really wanted to watch Caleb, but he was streaming on Magic Online, and just, like, watching standard on Magic Online, knowing that that person could be playing on Arena is just, like, so frustrating. Like, with Modern, Magic Online's the only option, but, like, with Arena, just, like, how much better this is than Magic Online, it's unreal. It's better for playing, it's better for watching. Change is scary, Lurgoyf. Change is different and scary. Twerk you later. Thanks for doling out some sub-giftarinis, I appreciate that. As always, the people that support my content dictate what we do, so if there's a deck already in the queue you'd like to bump up, or if you'd like to add a deck with those, thank you for that. I mean, I don't have, so this is to speak volumes about how good Arena is. I don't have to pay for cards on Magic Online. I gave Wizards of the Coast $1,000 so I could play Arena, so I could play all of Standard on Arena. It's very, very quick. The rate at which you are able to play Magic on this application is absurd. It is the best thing about this application, and it is not particularly close. Blue-black Surveil. Sounds good, Twerk. Yeah, honestly, actually, the other night when, like, Caleb and I were both streaming Standard, and, like, I was playing on Arena and he was playing on Magic Online. This is the first time in a while I've been higher than him for a while. Because Caleb's audience on average is a little bit larger than mine. So, here's the thing, Walks with Shadows, and this is, as someone who was annoyed with the Arena, the biggest issue with the Arena card acquisition model is that it's confusing. The better way to think about it, if you're someone that wishes they could buy singles, you're guaranteed wild cards when you're playing Arena just by buying packs. So, if you think about it in a way, for every X dollars you spend, you get so many rares and so many mythics, and occasionally, as a bonus, you open up exactly the card you're looking for. Yeah, Caleb's very good at what he does. Caleb is undisputably the largest Magic the Gathering streamer that exists. He is the highest average concurrent viewers of any just dedicated Magic streamer. Although I guess you could argue now with Nox and Savitz being full-time, they both have more than him. I don't believe you can you use packs to draft in this application? I honestly don't know. Day 9's not a dedicated Magic streamer. I'm talking about people that stream Magic 40 hours a week. Day 9 doesn't stream Magic 40 hours a week. Like random people like Crypt and Day 9 that like pop in and do a little bit of Magic here and there. That's those people, they have a lot of viewers and they're great content producers, but I don't consider them full-time Magic people because they don't stream Magic full-time. I'm talking about the people that are here streaming Magic on Twitch, you know, 40 hours a week, 30 hours a week, even 20 hours a week. I'll give you 20 hours a week. Sure, he makes a lot of Magic content and he's really good at it, but he's not a full-time Magic streamer again. What I said was the most viewers of a full-time Magic streamer. I agree with you that he's been around a long time and is very good at what he does, but just doesn't fall into the category that I am describing. Niv Visit is very, very good. And I like just like have to like pound until I find a way to kill this, right? I don't have an untapped land here is the issue. Cast down just looking really embarrassing. Bounce. How do I kill it in a turn? What does that accomplish? Like bouncing this is just like a temporary solution to a very permanent problem.
Well, they aren't useful to me alive.
So in a world where like I get to untap with all this stuff and they have nothing, I like if I find Arcane Adaptation, I technically can combo next turn. But like there's like 0% that that's gonna happen, right? They like need to not kill me, they need to not kill Sai. Like infinite things have to go right for that to happen, but let's give it a try. It is way past my bedtime. This is gonna be our last one. Ooh, that's potentially very good for me. If they're just gonna draw a bunch of cards with Niv here to kill my Whisperer. Hopefully they don't have Clarion. If they have Clarion here and kill Sai and Doom Whisperer, I could be in trouble. Yeah, I'm in for about $1,000, Holy Diva, and I'm pretty sure I can build most of Standard at this point. Put in about 1,000. Oh no. Oh no, they targeted Sai with one of these. Yeah, I think we're getting Clarion. Just gonna die here. I'm gonna concede if they have a Clarion. Yeah, from a play all the card standpoint, it's definitely more expensive, especially than Magic Online. It's also more convenient though too. Like if someone who like trades cards out and like borrows them, it's like really inconvenient to have to trade cards out in between everything. Like obviously it's great to be able to do that because I wouldn't be able to do my job without it, but compared to just like having everything on here, it's less convenient. All right, so thoughts on this. Believe it or not, there's a lot of moving parts in here that made it really awkward. That being said, if I wanted to try and make this more competitive, I think the place I would start is probably Mastermind Acquisition, just to like add a little bit of redundancy between your combo pieces. I think I would trim some of the more lackluster combo pieces and perhaps try and lean into some of the better ones. So like Liliana, Untouched by Death. This card really doesn't have a text box except when it's enabling our combo. So like trimming some copies of this and then replacing them with Mastermind's Acquisition to give you redundancy in other areas. Same thing with Arcane Adaptation. The Chromatic Lantern for the sake of like making a Thopter with this, or like bringing Chamber Sentry back is like really slow and clunky, and I think you'd rather just like have more interaction. So basically, the way Standard kind of works is these combo decks, they have so many moving pieces, you can't just be a dedicated combo deck, you need to be interacting to as well. So in to be competitive in this format, in addition to also having your combo in the deck, you need to be interactive so you can keep yourself alive, so you can get to a point where you can actually execute your combo. You just had to surveillance adaptation there and you would have won. I'm gonna give you a 10-minute timeout because the land I had in my hand was tapped. So thanks for, I always appreciate being told I'm wrong when I'm not wrong. Yeah, thanks for the donation, Scholar, and the deck list is interesting. And honestly, the other thing is too, like, it's also possible that like just like having 2 combos in here is nonsense, and like these Liliana contracts are just like kind of painful, and maybe you'd rather just like only have one rather than like having 2 different direction sets on the combo in. That's gonna be it for me for tonight, folks. Remember, if you didn't catch all the stream, we've been going for about a little over 7 hours. I'm gonna get it all uploaded here to YouTube momentarily before I go to bed. So even when I sign off, I'm not going to bed for another half hour, 45 minutes here. So I will catch all of y'all around later. I'm gonna be off. I would say tomorrow, but it's actually today because it's Sunday for me now. And I'll be back on Monday morning about 9 a.m. Central Standard Time with some Modern on everybody's favorite Magic Excel spreadsheet, Magic Online. And I'll be back with more Arena on Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks for watching, folks, and I'll catch all of y'all later. Enjoy the rest of your weekend for sure.